it's so clean because of its freshness and its colors, and it's so bright. And I like the dark evenings and the long mornings, and I think it's the most inspiring season of all the seasons. The concept of the album is strongly connected to historical facts. It starts with a group of men sailing from the west coast of Norway, direction Greenland, but finally arriving in Newfoundland. And I think most of us have heard about the saga of Vinland and the discovery of America. And this is actually the main point of the concept. I have included a secondary story as well. It's about a loving couple, and the husband is sailing to sea and being away for a year approximately. So it's a concept which includes historical facts as well as a fictional love story. And I chose a theme concerning the Vikings on the album because we Norwegians do learn a lot about the history of the Vikings at school, and it's a very important part of our culture. Moreover, I have always been interested in the Middle Ages, and the story takes place around the year 1000, which I think is quite an interesting part of time in our history. I live in Germany now, and I've been living here for almost 10 years. But still, the Norwegian nature is my main inspiration, also when I write my lyrics. I find most of the ideas for the concept in the nature. So a nice little walk in the forest with my son and my husband may be very important. On this album we used, for example, orchestral percussions and symphonic cymbals, the cello, the violin, which we didn't use on Lovelorn. Recording these instruments was also something new for us, so it took some time till we had everything done, but it was very interesting and we had a lot of fun doing it. We've included the tree in the concept. It functions as a medium between the man who sailed to sea and his loving wife waiting at home at the west coast of Norway. And the tree is also the symbol of summer in the runic calendar, and of course it is also a symbol of life. And on the album we dedicated one song to the tree called Morning Tree. The recordings of Vinland Saga took a bit longer than the ones for Lovelorn because we did a lot of touring last year at the same time as we were working on our new songs. and the recording process went without any big problems, just like the recordings for our first album. We did the recordings at our own studio, Master Sound Studio, which means that we are allowed to take all the time we need, and we also know where the difficulties are. But fortunately there are not many of them. The recording and the making of the album meant, of course, hard work, but we did have a lot of fun and we had a great time together.